Brock, go ahead and run that question back for us one more time now.
Right. Who is your role model and why?
That's hard to think about. You know, most people be like their mom. If you want to turn them on your phone, yeah, I was about to say, look at the comments on your phones. You can set your phone up, Drew.
Who is my role model?
I'm blind anyway.
I want to say, sheesh. I can't think of, because I admire people, but I don't think I have one.
A role model would be somebody you know, right?
Doesn't necessarily have to be a person that you know.
That you look at, you know, they feel like
you could have followed a person your whole life that you just like. She was talking to me from when I was 6 to 32. She been talking to me, kind of situation.
That's so hard. I have not.
Like Cicely Tyson, I know a person that she was a role model to, a darker skinned girl.
I don't think I have one, honestly, because I've never like aligned myself with other people. I've never seen other people do stuff that I feel like, that can actually that I actually
could relate to.
Yeah, I can honestly can't relate to anybody really.
This is Juicii like perfect shirt.
So it's, I don't know.
Anybody in your personal life like that really just like influence you to do certain things in your life and career goals, nothing like that?
No, I've seen a lot of stuff. I've honestly just looked at and was like, no, I'm never gonna do that.
So like you know like what
you
would do.
Yeah, I know what I wouldn't want to do. I can't think of nobody who I admire my mom, of course, because she raised 3 girls by herself. I mean, my dad was there when he wanted to be, but you know, and I admire my aunt because you know she raised my cousin / brother by herself, and people swear that women can't raise men, and he's a very good example of what a man is supposed to be nowadays. He's only 30.
He take care of business.
Take care of his son, take care of his daughter. Like, he's a really good father and a really good person. I admire my stepdad and my mom relationship because my mom been through a lot of stuff that I didn't even know about until recently.
It's a tough one. You said something earlier that I wanted to double back to. You said that you don't really feel like you didn't really feel like there were examples for you to, in your category, I guess I want to say, that you could relate to that you would have called a role model. Why do you feel like it's like that for girls? Do you think that it's just like that for black girls, or you think that's like that for all girls?
People that look up to other people, they see something in themselves. And me growing up, I was always the odd one in the world. Like, you ask my siblings and my cousins, I was always the weird one. So I was always trying to figure stuff out on my own. I never had anybody that could relate to me. And there's a lot of girls out there like that feel like they're alone, or that there's nobody like them, or they're the odd person out. So I try to just, like I said, just stay true to myself. And there's a lot of people that don't have not courage, but the courage to be themselves and stick to that, and not have to wait or look for validation from other people. Because nowadays it's like, oh, if they don't agree with this, I shouldn't do it. It's a lot. Everybody's not going to agree with everything you do, especially your life choices.
Absolutely.
So what works for one person might not always work for the other. You.
Right. I totally agree. What about you, Britt? What can you say?
I would say I have a role model. It would probably be my mom. It might sound cliche, but yeah, my mom. Just watching her, and like I learned a lot from her. I feel like at first I didn't used to listen to her though. Growing up,
we all have our points.
Man, what?
But now, so much stuff that she told me, I'd be like, "Ma, you was so right. Like, she is so smart beyond her years." So I would say my mama for sure.
Okay. So let me go back to something Brittany just said. When we was younger, why couldn't our parents tell us nothing? I'm experiencing that with like some of my younger cousins now, and it's like they're at that age where it's just like rough and wild. You smell it yourself. You can't tell them nothing. Because we was all at that point. Why do we all have that point? Like,
because we are. I mean, I think it's more so women. Period. We're trained to be independent, but not too independent. They want us to have our own, but you still have to have a man or a significant other. And I feel like when you grow up in a household where you see what's the word I'm looking for? I lost my train of thought that fast. I grew up in a household where you see a woman doing it all. And of course, girls are going to smell themselves naturally because when you get your titties and you get the hips and you're like, oh,
I'm fine.
I know I'm cute.
I'm grown.
And honestly, I didn't listen to my mama and I bumped my head so many times. But at the same time, I have an older sister. So the shit that she did and got away with, I'm like, well, hell, why the hell you ain't beat her ass? Why you my ass? And then I had a young.
You are not the oldest.
No, I'm the middle. I have a sister underneath me and one older than me. So a lot of stuff, my mom was like, oh no, she got away with this. You're not getting away with that. So it was like, dang, you gotta get it right with the second one because the first one fucked up. Not saying my sister fucked up, but my older sister, she was cute, she was popular, and you couldn't tell her shit. You still can't. But she went to Cooley and them motherfuckers was on her head. Girls couldn't stand her. Boys wanted her. And it was just like, child.
I was about to say this. So do y'all feel like the first child be like the
messed up one?
blueprint.
The experiment.
Yes.
The experiment.
I also think that once you're the oldest and then you have like the parents get a new baby that's the youngest, like they don't have the patience to really
the energy
to discipline how they used to with
Oh
the
no,
oldest.
me and my sister are less than a year apart. She was 88 of June, I'm 89 of December, so ain't no gap. The only gap between us is my little sister. She's 3 years younger than me. But at the same time, it's like, when I started going to high school and I started developing, my mama bought all my clothes too big.
Me too.
She made sure I looked as unappealing as possible. Like, that's too tight, take it off. You ever go to the store, use some jeans, turn around. Nope.
Always. It's always a turn around.
Like,
them is too tight. Like, I didn't ask
and
for
then
this.
That's when I started getting hip, and I would have my sister go buy me some clothes, and I would change clothes. Like,
shout out to the girls that used to have their sisters go buy their clothes.
Man, when I say, I'm like,
hide them in the truck, hide them in their sister car. That was me and my
listen,
sister.
I would literally tell her, I'm like, the fact that you are trying to make you don't want me to do something, I'm gonna want to sneak and do it. Cause then it's like, why don't you want me to do this? Why don't you want me to wear tight pants?
That's just me.
And then when I actually see why, and I said, oh, you think I'm about to girl bye? I remember she told my dad to take us shopping for school. Big mistake.
Daddies don't be caring.
My daddy said, here's the money, get what you want.
Yeah, daddies don't be caring.
My older sister and me and my younger sister, we all went to.
So y'all was fresh to death that year.
He gave us his card, gave us some cash, and Tanya was like, I got y'all. We came home, we didn't tell my mama what we got. It was time to go to school in the morning because we had grew out of all our clothes. Man, she was so pissed. Why the fuck would you buy her some jeans with rips in them? Why is Tiffany jeans so tight? I told you no bell bottoms. That shirt is too tight. That shirt is too low cut. She was pissed. He was like, I don't know how to fucking shop for him. Then she's like, why does Tam have a thong?
Y'all sister went and bought a thong with your daddy back to school, buddy.
Listen, my daddy wasn't even, he dropped us off, gave us his other phone and said, call me when you're done. He gave us his card. Tanya had to be 16, 17, so I was like 15 or 14.
Y'all was too hot to handle.
They was old enough to go to the mall by themselves.
Listen.
You, how old were you was taking
Those
those?
are the easiest things to grab. I'm
Oh my God.
Victoria's Secret.
Because they little pieces of
You just put
string.
me over her. Girls
Yeah.
be stealing them thongs.
Man, I say,
See,
Talk about some where did these come
parents need to
from?
find an equal balance of being strict and not too strict. I feel like when you're too strict on your children, that's when your children start to resent you and they start to do.
And they gonna go behind your back.
That shit crazy because I've been so in the house all my life that finally when I feel like I want to.
When I hit the
and
world.
that's another reason why I was upset because